I'm ready to roll and rock and everything in between.
I'm very tired, but I'm also ready to rock and roll and everything in between. I'm Corwin.
And I'm James.
And thank you for listening and joining us on today's episode of This Movie's Gay.
Ooh, Corwin, it's summer. It's full in swing, baby.
Full in swing. You have moved.
Yeah.
You have moved. You're in a new place. We know because the background is different. Hi, Chaos Witch.
Yay.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well, Chaos Witch. You thought I was talking to Corwin. I wasn't. We're talking to chat.
No, I knew you weren't talking to me.
New season, new me. I'm talking to chat now. That's
New season, new James. He's not dissing chat because chat has agreed with him on a couple of things.
I think most.
It's gone to his head. Not most.
Yes.
Not most. No, if you're going to go for most, then the only times that chat has like really agreed with you has just been to contradict me.
Actually, okay, they have never, in my experience reading chat, they have never disagreed with me.
Oh, there were people in chat that disagreed about the potato salad on the hot dog bun.
Oh, well, those people, I wasn't there.
There were people in chat that were agreeing with you too. Afterwards, but
you know when you put something out and it's like, oh, all the good comments roll in. I've never experienced that, and then you get the one bad comment and you just laser focus in on that. Well, yeah. New James, I'm only focusing on the good comments again. I mainly have gotten bad comments. It's been chronicled that my rap music, first criticism I ever got. I was in a rap group with my buddy Dakota, and this is what someone said. They said, hey, one of these people in this rap group sounds like a 7-year-old girl, and the other one sounds like they have cum in their throat.
Wait, which one were you?
The cum in the throat, of course.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Chaos Switch almost forgot the day. Well, we're glad you're here and asked if it's pinhead on your shirt, James.
It sure is.
And, hey, people guy, thank you for the resub. 12 months. It's a lie. I've not been streaming for a year yet. That's a total lie. No. Well, technically, this is a month away from my affiliate anniversary.
Oh, but you've been streaming.
No. I started streaming on like the 30th. Of July.
Whoa.
And I became affiliate on like the August 6th.
Dang. I thought you had been streaming since beginning of Pando.
No. I got affiliate like right after I started streaming.
Okay.
It was like the week.
Wow. Just rubbing it in.
Have we watched Fear Street? We have not watched Fear Street.
Not yet, but it's on my list.
So James, how is your move? How is your move? Also, hey people guy, thank you for giving James a good comment. Did I tell you the comment?
I just read it.
Okay, good. I love your content, James.
Oh no, it says the comment is your voice now since puberty come cleared. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, I still sound like it sounds like I'm frothing in the back a little.
You're gurgling. You're just like doing too much. Less gargly. You just said less gargly. But that's just less, not completely cleared.
I'm Pantene over here. No. What's the clear?
Your shampoo?
What's the clear and under control? Pantene? No, it's not Pantene. Proactive?
I honestly can't recall it.
It's their slogan, but move went well. Lil Corey, Jose, my dad and I, we moved a lot of the stuff. Also, I moved the studio, a single room by myself in a little shopping cart.
Proud of you.
I was like, I need this done. It'll be a huge load off myself and others. I'm kidding. I was the only one who cared about it. But in 24 hours time, I walked like, I need to turn off something real quick. I need to exit out of Facebook.
Oh, because it's showing up on the recording?
Yeah. All right.
Stop sending James Facebook messages.
All right. So it was like downpouring sometimes. Luckily, never when I was carting things here. I was looking at the Doppler up to date, making sure I wasn't getting screwed over because I had electronics. Also, Corwin, some knucklehead, it's probably a 42-inch TV. They just left out by the dumpster. So I snagged that, and now I have like 2 big monitors.
Does it work?
Oh, yeah, it works. It's beautiful looking.
Chaos Switch said clean and clear, and under control is from clean and clear.
Okay, hell yeah. There. It's a beautiful, I believe, 720p TV.
Nice.
But I'm liking
you
it.
Got that.
Yeah.
You're not a beautiful clear 720p right now.
Oh, I'm not?
You have been moving around quite a lot, and the camera was like, I'm gonna focus on something else.
Oh, okay. But
it did.
Okay.
I think it's focused on your mic right now.
It's probably because I'm so sweaty. The one drawback of this apartment, the front rooms are I don't even need AC on. I don't. Nicole's like, we need the AC in. But in the back, it's this back room and the kitchen. It's like a 10-degree difference when you go in just to this back area. It's insane that it's just so different. I don't know. I don't understand it. I'm guessing because there's trees and shit.
Shade.
Yeah.
I don't ask me questions I don't know, James.
But we're almost unpacked, and everything's pretty much where it needs to go. The place is huge.
Wow. I'm glad you're all unpacked. The place is huge. Excited to see it at some point. Someone's making fun of my links in chat because it adds pronouns to your name. But they're not making fun of it like that. Grumbo would never.
It's because they're tiny links. It's tiny URL stuff. That's why it's
tiny
sus.
URL stuff. Yeah, sus. I don't think I've had any updates to go over.
Corwin, I have a question for you. We are nearing our 100th episode. Who is your dream obtainable guest?
Obtainable?
Meaning
who's not obtainable?
I mean, like, if you're like Bradley Cooper, let's get him. I can't get Bradley Cooper. Who's like someone who's like kind of on the indie scene that you think I could get? Because that's my goal. I'm going to try and get your dream obtainable guest.
Oh.
I'll tell you this right now. Lil Corey unobtainable.
Lil Corey unobtainable. Nina unobtainable.
Well, I said Lil Corey because he does sometimes he says, yeah, man, I'll come on. It's weird. Mostly speaking, oh man, he might have something out for queer film. Oh no.
He was on once.
I am kidding. He has rescheduled more than once though. That's what we're saying here.
He's rescheduled enough that you diss him live on the podcast.
Yes, I absolutely do.
Are you gonna edit it out? Or
No.
You're gonna let it stay? Okay.
No, because then this gets the lore going. So when Corey does come back on, people will be like, "Oh, this is Lil Corey." And
this is Lil Corey.
Lil Corey and I have a new podcast coming out next month. I'm excited about it.
You put me on the spot with that question, and my mind is blank. I mean, it was amazing getting Chris Ball on here. That was awesome. Yeah. Who would yours be?
I guess Chris Reed. He was in one of the movies. Oh, no, I mean, oh man, why am I blanking on his name? The Eating Out guy.
Johan Braca?
Yeah, that's my dream get for this show.
That would be awesome too.
Because we have done so
so much of his stuff.
Caleb Gallo, dude.
Oh, that would be my dream guest.
All right, I'm gonna try.
I don't think you'll get it. But yeah, dream guest. Or Freckle would absolutely either of those two.
Okay, I am
Freckle
going to
or Brian Jordan Alvarez.
Try my hardest.
Green, Brian Jordan Alvarez. Either one of those. I'd die a little bit.
All right. Get ready to be murdered, Corwin.
Get ready to
a little bit.
Nothing.
It'll be the equivalent of smoking a carton of cigarettes.
We've got 4 more episodes before that episode. Mm-hmm. So got a month and a half.
No, that's almost 3 months. Because it would be 2 months and 2 weeks until the 100th.
We're doing every other week.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yep. Nope. Never mind. Yeah, that's a month. Nope. Never mind. I don't know why. Wait, no. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's a month.
2 episodes is 4. That's a month. So it'd be like 2 months.
Yeah.
Would be that. Not 3.
Oh, no, a 2.5 because it's you then have another
hosts in a room and see if they can figure out a fucking date.
Scheduling.
Figure out how many weeks away something is, how many months, math, time. What is it? I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I'm over here trying to find a guest for talking about Beyblade this week and next week.
You never asked me. Don't ask me.
That's why I don't ask you. Because I know it's too James of a show for you. Actually, with the guests, it's been calming down, I think.
You would be everywhere, and I would just be making fun of you, I think.
I mean, that makes sense. And then I would also be playing a character that is also making fun of me. And then you would say, wow, character, whoever your name is, give me a name right now, Corwin. Any name. Okay. Wow. Go back to you. If there was improv classes in your theater school, you got like a D+ in there, just able to pass.
I don't want to yes and you.
Oh my God.
I don't want to yes and you. I don't want to do that.
But what it would end up being is you'd be like, wow, sir, who we're talking to, you are being too mean to James.
The name is No.
Yeah.
But you fucked up there.
Yeah, I guess. Dr. No from James Bond.
Dr. No, you need to calm down. I make fun of James.
Yeah. And then the character would, I don't know, end up being a mythical creature and just vanish in front of our eyes. That's generally how shit goes on that podcast.
You can just have them graciously exit, and instead you're like, and then they vanish because they're a mythical creature. Goodbye.
I think Poseidon went down the toilet because he's a water god. Poseidon was on the show once.
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog, I think, did a Flashpoint from DC, and maybe that was never released. I think
content. Here we go.
It's purely, I don't think it just went on too long. It was funny, but I didn't want to edit it. So I was like, cut, bye.
I feel like that's a theme. I feel like if we let you run rampant, James, there would be a lot of those moments that are just too long, and we're like,
but it's good. It's entertaining.
It's good, but feeling a cut.
It's all, well, on talking about Beyblade, because I'm doing both tracks, I have to because I don't record with 2 microphones, I have to not only edit myself, but bring my Sonic down and then edit his voice to pitch it up so it sounds more different than what it is.
It just sounds like you're doing the most.
Yeah, that's why I cut it all.
I know.
But Corwin, today we're kicking off the season right. I love summer camp movies. I don't know why. It's probably because I myself never went to summer camp. So I chose...
I went to church camp.
Oh, you did? Was it fun?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Oh, you were saying to just, did you go?
Did I go? Yes. Was it fun? Debatable.
Okay. My brother went. There was a summer where my brother went to camp, my sister went to London, and I got to spend an entire weekend at my grandmother's, who chain smoked and had a pug dog who is very obese. So the combination of the cigarette smell that was very potent and the dog wheezing throughout the entire night made sure I did not sleep. And during the day, there was a huge Red Bull riding competition, an all-day one, and that was my weekend.
Okay. Well, I did church camp in multiple places, some in Tennessee, some in Florida.
Oh, whoa. Hell yeah. Which one?
On the beach.
What's better, Florida Christian camps or Tennessee Christian camps?
They're different vibes. I mean, I think I enjoyed the Florida one more just because I was on the beach.
Okay.
But yeah, they're different vibes. They're all vibes that I don't necessarily want,
Hell yeah.
but they're different vibes.
Well, Corwin, speaking of vibes and summer camp movie, I am going to present my top 5 favorite summer camp movies. Are you ready?
Of course you're going to do this, and you didn't prepare me at all, and you're going to ask me what mine are.
Oh, no, I will say mine, and if you just have a top 1, and maybe one of these is one of yours. So, coming in at number 5, I didn't want to do like 2 of these types of movies, but it's an amazing movie, and I can't wait for, even though we could do it in the summer, but it's a horror movie. It's going to be in October. Sleepaway Camp. It's a perfect movie, like a perfect watching experience. That's what I should say. Not a perfect movie. Then coming in at number 4, Wet Hot American Summer. It's great. It's it's humorous, and it still gives you the feeling of being in summer camp. Next up is, because I think this one is the most summer camp, even though it isn't really, I don't think they are at summer camp in this one, but it is The New Blood, Friday the 13th, Part 8. I'd like to hear Chaos Witch's thoughts on what Friday the 13th gives off the most summer camp vibe. And I think they might go to a party. There's a party happening at another person's house, and that's really summery and fun. Isn't that the one with the twins, Corwin?
What?
Is that the one with the twins? One gets thrown out a window, maybe?
No idea.
Let us know, chat. Then coming in at number 2, starring Christopher Lloyd from Doc, You Gotta Get Me Back to the Future, Camp Nowhere. It's an amazing Disney movie. I highly recommend you guys check this out. And here's a couple honorable mentions. Addams Family Values, Parent Trap, you figure out which one, Magic Camp, and American Pie Band Camp. That might be because I was just like a horny young teen and that movie came out and I was like, this is a horny movie. So who knows?
So this movie didn't make your top 5?
No, these
honorable mentions?
The honorable mentions were Addams Family Values, Parent Trap, Magic Camp.
No, this movie didn't make honorable mentions either.
Not yet. No, not yet.
Okay.
It needs to marinate. But coming in at number 1, this is not only one of the best summer camp movies. I think if you are a woman and you're like, maybe you went to summer camp, you want to relive some of that experience, or you didn't. Or if you're just like, I wish I could watch a movie written by women that show kind of like the teen experience, coming of age experience. I didn't want to keep saying experience, but life. This is the movie to watch. It is Little Darlings. I believe it came out in 1980, maybe 1981. It is fantastic. It starts out as like this goofy summer camp movie, and it hits you over the head with just amazing shit. At the end, it's so deep, it's so heartwarming and impactful. Little Darlings, it's on Paramount Plus, aka the best streaming service you can find. I love Paramount Plus.
I don't have a top 5 off the top of my head, but I really do enjoy Parent Trap. I like this movie a lot. It's a classic. Adam Family, that one. There was another one that you missed that I was like, oh yeah, that one, but I can't remember right now. So yeah, I'll bring it up later.
What was that?
I said, so I'll bring it up later if I remember.
Hell yeah.
The camp movie that I like.
And Chaos Witch, I did say Friday the 13th, Part 8.
Really dumb, but cheaper by the dozen too. I think that's the one. That's the one where they're at a camp. That one's fun.
Did All Dozen go?
All Dozen went. I think there was a pregnancy. I think there were things happening. I don't know.
Damn.
It's a fun movie.
Maybe you're thinking of one of the Mary-Kate and Ashley movies where I think it might have just been Parent Trap.
Lindsay Lohan? Parent Trap?
Yeah, I think it's just a rehash of that story with those 2 women. The Olsen twins.
I don't know if that exists, James.
No, there is a summer camp movie with the Olsen twins. I don't know the plot line, but it seems like if it is, it would be just Parent Trap.
I'm also surprised you didn't. Well, actually, I'm not surprised because it was your least favorite one, the eating out theater camp or
Oh no,
whatever.
that I should have put that on. No, I think that
Honorable
might.
mentions.
Now in retrospect, I don't know what I ranked it back then. Oh, because it just had terrible sound.
It's a terrible sound. That's why you ranked it as your lowest.
It still has the vibes of summer camp, so I give it 2 thumbs up.
Which I didn't realize, like, so I forget that this is Camp's a movie that like not everyone has seen. I didn't know that you hadn't seen it. So like watching the Eating Out Theater Camp, every time I watch it, it always gives me vibes of this movie of Camp.
I wasn't sure if you had seen this or if
Friday the 13th, the final chapter has the twins. Part 8 is Jason travels to New York.
Wait, I thought part 8 was New Blood. Did I say part 8?
You said part 8.
Oh, dang. Well, I meant New Blood is the one I'm thinking of.
New Blood.
Dang.
James, why don't you give us a synopsis since you chose this movie?
All right, today we're watching Camp. A boy with a beautiful voice says, I'm going to theater camp. Well, a woman who is like, I gotta take my brother to prom. She's going to theater camp. And then a man, identifies as a man. Who goes
took their brother to prom.
Ellen. Remember when she was in the shower? She's like, you have to go. And he's like, just find someone who you're not related to, literally anyone.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that.
And then another man goes to the prom in a dress and gets his ticket ripped up. Should have then put those rippings into their mouth and then spit wadded, because that's the name of the game in class, spit wads. And then
gets beat up.
Yes. So they're all at camp and they're trying to figure out where they fit in, not only in life, not only in theater, but in each other's worlds. And then Sondheim is there. That's camp.
This movie is one of the only reasons that I could smile and nod most of the time when I first started doing stuff in theater, because like whenever you're around theater people will bring up all these shows and you're like, what? What are you talking about? And the guy, even Vlad, at one point in the movie, is like, what are you even listening to? And it's like when those names get thrown out at you, you're just like, what? If you don't know anything about theater. So camp gives you a little taste, just a little nibbling of some Broadway classics to know, you know?
That's Nicole when I start talking about horrorcore. She's like, yeah, James, I know none of these people.
Is there a nice movie that has little snippets from horrorcore songs?
Unfortunately, no.
People can that takes place at a summer camp that people can get acclimated with. No,
I wish.
All right, James. Well, it's not the same. It's not the same, James. It's not the same.
But Corwin, spoiler alert, I enjoyed this movie.
You enjoyed this movie so much that you said spoiler alert on your last stream.
Yeah.
Enjoyed this movie.
Thank you so much for coming in to that stream. I was playing a Power Rangers game, thinking that, this one will be fine. It won't be like all the other ones. No, I wanted to rip my hair out and stop playing, but I was like, no, I need to finish this, and I did, with save states. So many save states.
Yeah, I could tell you were struggling. You were having a struggle day.
I was screaming to literally no one. I need to clip these so I can remember my experience playing this. But thank you so much for hopping in.
I mean, part of it was even the screen was frozen. I was like, James, I can't see shit.
Luckily, it was frozen for only a little bit, which is good.
Oh no, I was watching for a minute.
I know because I was in that same area. So it's like, guys, Power Rangers game sucks, but on to camp.
On to camp. Do you have any notes, James?
Yeah.
Talk to me about it.
So we start out with a song being sung like as a like choir type deal. And one of the lines is, how can I see God through my tears? And that, if was sung by a Pete Wentz or a Blink 182, would be the most emo line ever spoken. I said that out loud. And then Nicole said, or maybe it's metal. And I was like, no, Nicole, that's not metal. What would be metal is, how can you see God through your tears? Meaning like someone is like beating the shit out of someone.
I mean, or it's theater. You know how many beautiful, devastating lines there are in theater shows?
Hey, it's
in
emo.
musicals? That is actually Sasha Allen, who I saw do Pippin here in Chicago.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't think she's doing much film or anything, but she did that. And I think she was on The Voice as well.
Could be.
So, yeah, she was very good.
I saw this movie and I was like, maybe I should get my jaw wired shut as well.
James, don't.
Yes,
the moral of that
baby.
story was she shouldn't have had her jaw wired shut.
Shagadelic, baby. But and I don't need to worry about plosives. Remember, we've talked about this. If there's no mouth moving, you don't have the p's and the t's and such. Maybe that might not be a conversation we've had.
I mean, we've talked about plosives and things, but your P's are made with your lips, not moving your jaw.
But when you like really need your jaw to be like this, you're not going like puh because like it's your teeth need to be open a little bit to really go puh instead of
you need your jaw open to make any sort of forceful noise. Which is why singing's not really a thing when your jaw is wired shut.
Let's see if I can make a forceful noise with my jaw shut. Ah! Was that good?
It's still blunted by your teeth, though, is what I'm saying, because your vocal cords are in your body.
Well, they are.
It's that noise is coming outside this way, and it's going through your resonators. So some of it, if you're talking and doing certain words, they're coming out of your nose right there because your resonators are going up through there. But a lot of those noises that you're trying to make, especially with plosives, it's the voice. The noise is coming from there, and then the sounds are being formed with the lips there, you know?
Yeah. You know how we have said
it's shaped.
People on podcasts, you can hear a smile. Well, you can
hear a smile, yeah.
You can also hear when your nose is plugged and your teeth aren't moving.
Yeah. It sounds weird, James. Sounds fucking weird.
I love hanging out with you.
I like hanging out with you too, James.
Bumped it down to just like.
I said what I said, James.
So Vlad comes in and it's Michael, Ellen, and I think two other people. And when Vlad comes in, they're just wide-eyed pining for him, like, oh my God, I hope he's straight. Oh, I hope he's gay. They were
pining.
It was an endearing scene.
Yeah, they were all just like silently watching and trying to figure out. They were like, is he gay? Is he straight? We're trying to suss that out, is what they were trying to do. And then he pulls out like the football and the basketball and stuff, and they're like, he was deemed straight at sports.
Mm-hmm. This movie is very quotable.
Yeah. Give me some quotes, James.
I loved, it's a boy, an honest to God straight boy. And then also, so this just scene had so many, it's when they're in a dumpster.
Yeah. Jofis, yeah, we were talking about camp. Here's where I stand. Here's who I am. Aw. Yeah, they're in the dumpster doing Midnight Sun, I think it was what the name of the show was. And
the director says so many things. He's like, do you even understand the play? Do you get what's going on? And then I believe it's Vlad says, I don't understand anything that's going on. And the director replies, of course you don't, you middle-class piece of shit. That's something you can quote to so many people.
Yeah, that was a good one. It was a good moment. But also, like, I don't know that show, but it's definitely just from seeing them in the dumpster and seeing like what like whenever they did their performance, what their costumes and stuff were. It's definitely like, oh my God. It's a specific type of theater, and I am blanking right now.
The Living Theater.
No.
Black Box.
Black Box is a space?
Improv.
Improv. It's
Those
not
are
improv.
The 3 theaters I know.
But yeah, it takes a lot to understand some of those shows, you know?
It felt a lot like, oh man, psychokinesis. Is that what it's called in The Brood? No one knows what The Brood is. It's fine. But there's also another one after Vlad and the director have like a tit for tat. He's like, what's your deepest regret, or what makes you sad? What's the worst thing that has ever happened to you? And then Vlad responds, why would I do that in front of 3 strangers?
So that you can do it in front of 3,000.
Yep. And then one of them says, I need to go to the bathroom. And the director says, piss in the dumpsters. It's great. Corwin, we're going to get a little possibly controversial. I want you to maybe do some rankings. But let's start out with this. In the theater realm, you are in theater. You know the community, the culture. Is tap dancing cool?
I enjoy tap dancing.
Okay.
I enjoy it, and I don't give a fuck. If you have a very talented tap dancer, it is quite frankly, it is very sexy. Very sexy.
I think tap would be cooler without the tap shoes. Like, I like the motions of it, but once it like gets like rhythmic tapping, it becomes corny to me.
I don't think you've seen good tap.
Yeah, I've seen Annie. I've seen the Jitterbug possibly in Wizard of Oz. That has a tap scene, doesn't it?
James, you haven't... Have you seen a live performance of tap?
Yeah, the talent show.
Okay. James, shut the fuck up.
No, I think it's one of those things that I will always think is corny. Like...
It's not though, and that's why I asked if you've seen it, because if you've seen like a full ensemble doing a piece, it really can be very, very beautiful, because not all of it. It's also not just like, you know, the rhythmic tap. It doesn't go into that as much as like the cliche tap does.
All right, I've just always viewed it like a child rapping. Always gonna be corny. I don't care if this child is the next Sean Price. They are not currently Sean Price. So children, rap into a void and just leave it on your hard drive. Do not release it. Parents who wish they were rappers and they're like, wow, I could have my child live my dreams.
James, the children, let the children rap if they want to rap, James.
No. Ugh.
Disgusting. You're not the intended audience. You're over here listening to other things, James.
What am I listening to, huh, Corwin?
Horrorcore. You're listening to horrorcore. That's what you're listening to.
I've been listening to so much Rachel Sweet lately. If you haven't listened to Rachel Sweet, check her out. She is now a Hollywood TV writer. But
the intended audience for the children rapping. I would assume that if the children were rapping, the children are rapping for other children, James.
Ugh, gross.
They're not rapping for you, Grandpa.
Children,
calm the fuck down.
If you are listening to rap music, don't listen to other children. Listen to adults or listen to like teens. Teens rapping is fine. Just like an 8-year-old rapping? Ugh.
James, stop trying to crush young dreams.
Oh, I'll keep doing it.
I'll crush your dreams, James.
My dreams are crushed.
Crushing them every day.
Yes. But let's get back to some notes.
Things that like you put the soda cans in that are empty and you just like crush them so that it's like easy to like crush a bunch of cans. That's me in your dreams. I got one of those on my wall.
That's
also
ready
to go.
Every music licensing website that I'm submitting my music to. This new, I put one out today that I'm like, I listen to this stuff on the other stuff. Yeah, that's like high end stuff. If this other one does not accept me, I'll be like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Because what they have on there, especially in like the lo-fi type areas, is pretty trash, especially how it's mixed. It just sounds thin. It's bad. So fingers crossed I can get on this licensing website and make, I don't know, $50 a month.
James, have you tried putting your music on TikTok? The TikTok?
It's on TikTok.
It's on your music is on the TikTok?
Yeah.
You promoted it a lot on the TikTok?
I try. I need to make some dances for my stuff.
I feel like you need to get some viral sound on TikTok.
Here's a dance everyone can do.
Hello, children that are rapping. Please get James to have a viral sound on the TikTok. This is why you don't crush their dreams, James.
Okay.
They're going to be the ones getting you viral on the TikTok.
No, thank you. I want teens to like me, children. I'm going to push your head away from me. Please leave. Get out of here.
Close the door.
This is a great, maybe to
like
Mouse.
Put the children outside.
To Mouse Skellington. This is a cool dance. You put a belt around your neck. And you just start jaying off.
Shut, no, shut the fuck. James, shut the fuck up.
But you have like a pillow or something so it doesn't get too tight. So it's not a dangerous dance. Safety first. Hell yeah. Let's get to some notes.
What are your other notes?
This was another quote. It's the mean girl talking about, why can't I think? It's the what at least the internet says is Anna Kendrick. The internet says like this. She's the star of the movie. That's retroactive.
Oh, it's because she's the biggest name to come out of the movie.
Yeah.
She did great in the movie though.
She's like a lackey of the mean girl, obsessed with this mean girl, I guess, for the first part of the movie. And the mean girl is saying to Vlad, just goes, would you like Fritzy to fix you up some bug juice? And it's like, this is so weird for a child to ask another child if another child can make them a drink.
Yeah, they were trying the mean girl thing, and I was like, I would have walked all over that mean girl.
Oh, yeah.
I've been like, good luck.
I wrote think fast. Ow. Oh, so like
because
there's
the sport.
Yeah, there's a sports director at this camp who clearly no one wants to play sports. So a kid just walks past and he's like, hey, remember me from the bus? Think fast. Chucks a basketball at his chest and just hits and he goes, ow.
The kid doesn't react. The kid doesn't react like physically at all.
Yeah.
He just gets hit and then goes, ow. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same kid that the sports director talked to on the bus. And it's like, first of all, sir, why are you in the middle of the goddamn bus? Why aren't you sitting in the front? You need to sit in the front with all the other old people. That's what you do on the bus. Why are you sitting in the back with some random kid? If you are sitting in the back, you need to be sitting by yourself.
All the kids
all singing and vibing, and he's like, hey, you like sports? No, not with you.
It's a combination of like the insecure nerdy kids up front already are sitting up front by the time he gets there. So he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go to the back so I can like view everything. The mean kids in the back are going to be like, you're not sitting anywhere near us. And, you know, like talk shit about his jeans or something. So then he has to be like forced into the middle.
Okay, but if you're an adult, what mean kid is going to bully you away?
One time I was on the train and kids just started. It was at midnight. I had my head down. I was pretending like I was sleeping because I didn't want to be either picked on or punched on. And just like kids were throwing change at me. Corwin's mic clipped so much that it just was inaudible. Yeah, they started throwing pennies, which I was like, oh, fuck pennies. But then they started throwing dimes and quarters at me. So I was like, oh, once they leave, I'm scrounging up all these.
James, don't let the teenagers scare you.
I'm scared.
Okay.
There's so much, there's so much to make fun of me about.
So the adults do that and you're fine, but the children scare you with it?
Well, because if you harm me, like physically, you can go to jail. if a kid harms me, they'll probably like flip the script and say like I was the instigator here, and then I'm going to jail.
I feel like with as much crying as you would be doing, no one's gonna be like, "This is the instigator." James is balled up in a corner, sobbing, and they're like, "He did it," and he's just sobbing. They're like, "What did he do? Cry?"
I'm underneath the like little table that is in some of the trains, like it's its own little area. That it's like, why do they have that table back there? And I'm just crying back there.
That's it. It's in every train, James.
Yeah. Well, no,
that's the door where the conductor goes.
Oh no. Oh, because sometimes it's switched and they flip it around.
Yeah.
Okay. But
the conductor, because the trains can come apart, and the conductor can be in any of those driving them.
That's how you got to think of life.
Always in the front, but like, that train could be the front, if the rest was removed.
Yeah, which is how you should think of life as. Your life can come apart and you'll be pushed every which way, but from each end, each segment, you should be able to man and push through.
Real weird, but okay.
Yeah.
Positive message, I guess.
Thank you.
You did your best.
It's like that one Monster Rancher monster that's like a centipede but is gross, so I never use them. Some people understand that reference.
That game.
Man, it's such a good game. It sucks that it's a game that you can't really play like an emulated version, because unless you have a disk drive, maybe you could do it.
Why?
Because you get monsters from putting in different discs, and it'll scan the disc and be like, hey, here's a monster for you.
Oh.
So like you need a disk drive in order to play it properly.
Oh, yeah, that is a weird mechanic. You can't really emulate that easily.
Yeah.
You just get all the monsters.
Yeah, you have to. Sitting on the roof with a sad song on repeat is such a relatable thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
I agree with you there.
Vlad just like kisses her, and it's like, hold your horses.
Vlad kisses everyone. Vlad walks around and is like, I'ma kiss you, I'ma kiss you, I'ma kiss you. I really like attention.
Him having a girlfriend threw me for a loop at the end. I was like, holy shit. This dude isn't even single.
He had a girlfriend, and he was still going around flirting and kissing because he wanted to be liked.
Mm-hmm. I really liked how the mean girl and Anna Kendrick just forcefully inserted themselves into that restaurant booth.
Well, yeah, because the mean girl inserted herself so that she could be with the dude,
Vlad.
Be with Vlad, and then wanted to shit on everyone at the table.
It's booths meant for 3 people. Even 3 people's a little too much in my book. But they just they don't even ask. They just push in comically of like, oh, we're getting in there. The audacity they had.
Weren't there only 2 people on each side?
No, there were 3 people on each side.
Oh, I'm forgetting who the last people were.
It was the other 2 people that were pining over Vlad.
I only remember the one guy
and the wired shut jaw.
What? Oh, okay.
So yeah, that should be 6.
Michael Allen Wire. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I just like that he was like, oh, you're Cinderella's sister, aren't you, or something like that. I'm like,
yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna be a little sassy, but with musical theater.
Speaking of that, she's listening to this sad song, and he's like, oh, screw that. Let me put something in. There's this great new thing called drums. And I would have laughed so hard if it was either just drum solos or just like a guitar solo. And he's like, wait for it. It'll get here. It's not Hamilton, guys. And then it just never does. I don't care enough. Oh, okay. I not care. 2, there's this boy who has just an adorable little brother with like thick glasses.
Oh my God. The best part is them coming out for the drag birthday and him dressed as a little old lady. Mm-hmm. I was like, ah! every
Except
time.
Vlad sets up this, or maybe I was doing notes and I didn't see it. Vlad sets up this party, and was Vlad dressed in drag?
No, I don't think Vlad set up the party. I think that was something because I think that was something that they had planned already.
Oh, okay, because how it was sequenced in the movie, they were talking like, they were talking in during this scene where it's like, I'm so glad Michael said like, hey man, yours you can take a pill, mine I cannot, because him comparing like OCD and that situation, which is like a debilitating thing, but it is something that you can be manageable. However, like people's perceptions of you as a gay person is not something you can control. So I'm glad it seemed like he wasn't going to, and I was like, is that the message of this movie? It's getting weird right now.
Vlad was dumb through the whole movie. Vlad was also like, call your parents, call your parents, call your parents, Michael. And Michael's like, no.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. Like, they won't even come for my birthday. I thought it was like, I'm going to set this up and have it be a good birthday for him.
No.
Okay.
No, Vlad was in straight boy fixes everything mode.
Okay.
Call your parents. They love you. They're going to come see your show. They did not. They did not go and see the show. Mm-hmm. Michael's parents sucked. Michael's parents kicked him out. So don't try to be the straight person telling your gay friends to call their parents. Don't do it. If they want to call their parents, they'll call their parents.
Yeah, guys. Even like if you have a friend and their parents are toxic, respect their decision to be like, hey, I don't want to be around them.
Yeah. And if they ask you for advice, sure, you can give them advice, but your advice is a little skewed in another direction. Mm-hmm. So.
But back to the adorable brother. His brother, the older brother, was like, hey, they are both black, and they go up to the operator, the director of the camp, I think, and he's like, hey, are you kidding me? Fiddler on the Roof? Like, I've seen Jewish people, and they, at least in my experience, they do not look like this. So he's like, please, like, I want my brother to be able to play him, like, be able to like play someone who he can be. And the director goes, well, I don't have enough black actors to have an all black play. And then it cuts to Ellen singing Dreamgirls, and I believe she's like the Effie character. And in the background, this is how you know, like, this is a very, like, it is a self-aware and very funny movie. You see Dee in the background just baffled, like, what? Yeah. Why is a white woman I can play this part. What is going on? It was great.
Yeah. Everyone's just sitting there like, what the fuck? Literally everyone. But the implication was call your parents and I'll sleep with you. That was the implication, and that implication was wrong.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are just wrong, and I need clarification. Maybe we can't get clarification. Anna Kendrick comes into the bathroom while the mean girl is doing stuff, and then Anna Kendrick starts like scrubbing something in the sink. And Mean Girl goes, is that my underwear? And I this is where I need clarification. What were these dirtied by, like, hey, Mean Girl just has dirty underwear, we're gonna get these clean? That I guess makes sense. But what makes more sense but also makes less sense is that Anna Kendrick dirtied these underwear in some way. I don't know how. Maybe she was wearing them, didn't want her to find out. Maybe they got stained. Don't know from what. Don't know how. I would love clarification from you, Corwin. What are your thoughts on this?
I think she was doing her laundry. Okay. And delicates, some of them are supposed to be hand washed, technically. All right. Because, I mean, she did have, relations with Vlad.
Oh, yeah.
Before that, so.
I like but that's still weird. It shouldn't have happened.
Oh, it's very weird. It's very the mean girl was right to be like, no, 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 let's shut this down. She also, I mean, still, not a very mean girl. Turkey lurkey time. What is turkey lurkey time, Jofus? And Jofus agrees with me, James.
Okay, cool. But this is where they break, and the director or the like hot shit playwright, music writer is talking to Anna Kendrick and is like, "Hey, you're better than that. Like
you're scary.
You are a dangerous girl." And she takes that to be like, "I'm gonna pour bleach into the mean girl's shit, so she's just vomiting." And I can swoop in and nail this part so hard. Which
the way she did that was so iconic, though.
And she comes in and she's like, "What are you?" The guy's like, "Oh my God, why would you do this?" Like, and she responds to this. She's all dressed as she should be, just like Mean Girl is on stage. She goes, "She's fucked and I'm ready," and then walks out.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, you're gonna do that now?" Wait, are you serious? The turkey lurkey music break. Here's to the ladies who lunch.
Oh, yes. I know that. Yes, I forgot that is a portion of this movie. Do you remember that, Corwin?
No.
It's the mean girl is doing that, and then Anna Kendrick says some like really hurtful, mean shit to another woman while they're like they're sewing stuff. Yes.
Oh, yeah. It is from Company. Jofus, you can quote it way better than I can. I've seen it a few times, but I remember nothing. I could also see, I'm a terrible theater person because I could also see a show live and like one of these big shows. And I'm just like, what? Someone will be like, this song. And I'm like, what? What song? I mean, I remember it, sort of. But play it again.
The only musical I can quote is Rocky Horror.
Going grocery shopping. Okay, Zelly, love you. Thanks for waving at Zelly, James.
Corwin, this is unrelated. They were just talking about Romeo and Juliet, and I think like Michael started like using a gun, which I believe is in reference to Romeo plus Juliet, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And does Romeo plus Juliet, does that give off the same kind of vibes as like late 90s, early 2000s Squaresoft? Yeah, like
I mean, putting it in that perspective, yeah, it does.
Yeah, because it's like olden times but futuristic, and I think I bet 100% that the dude who started doing the designs back then, like starting in the bouncer area, was probably a fan of that movie, because we know, like River Phoenix is the basis of Squall, and a lot of American culture was used to design characters, so it's possible.
I mean, this one came out in like 2003, I think.
Wait, what?
This movie.
Oh, yeah. So I think that was a reference to, because I had guns. Why would Romeo have a gun?
Romeo plus Juliet came out before this, correct? And the Latin boy accent. Mm-hmm. He also is still doing things too.
Mm-hmm.
Michael. I remember what he was in, but he's still active. It's literally Anna Kendrick and him. No one else is really that active. Even Sasha Allen, who I saw, she's not very active, like film wise. I think someone else produces or writes now. I don't remember.
Corwin, I have just two more notes. One, if someone starts talking to you, it's rude if you just like ignore them completely and walk away. But if someone says Times Square is now a theme park, you can assume the path they're going down and be like, I'm gonna leave right now.
I'm gonna walk away from this.
See you later. Especially if they're like screaming it.
Changed. They cut down all of their rehearsal time because of that. Mm-hmm. That little hissy fit that he threw because he was feeling sorry for himself because his work wasn't going anywhere.
Which I thought that was going to start being an endearing conversation. He's like, you kids, what planet did you come from? Like, hey, you guys are amazing. Like, you aren't human beings. This is nice. And then just Times Square is a fucking M&M store now. There's no porno shops there, so it's bad.
I mean, I feel like that definitely is a little intentional, because, you know, I didn't have that reaction this time, but I did have that same reaction the first time I watched it. But the turn is just great. Jofus loves the turn of that mall. It is, because like you even like look at the actors and stuff, and they're like listening. They're like, okay, yeah, what planet are we from? Okay, I'm following. And then he turns, and they're like, fuck, drunk ass piece of shit.
Yeah, screw that dude.
The like camp vibe of it that I like too, and a lot of camp movies do that. I can't believe you didn't mention Camp Rock as one of your top camp movies, James.
I've only seen both of them once. I can't believe... I haven't seen them in a while, so I'm iffy on if I do. And I always forget that Cadet Kelly isn't a summer camp. It's just like Cadet military
Kelly is
school.
Not summer camp.
Is one of the Zeta Cepetus movies, are one of those a summer, like a space summer camp? It should be if it's not. The Xenon Zeta Cepetus.
I know what you're saying, but I don't think so.
Maybe. Or Halloween Town should have had a summer camp movie, but it's like an autumn camp.
James mentioned Friday the 13th as one of his favorite camp movies.
Yeah. Specifically the New Blood.
New Blood. With the twins, I guess.
No, the twins are in the final chapter.
Oh, okay. I don't obviously know any of the Friday the 13th. I'm aware of it. I've seen them, I think, pretty sure. But asking me to name specific things, no idea.
Corwin, we'll go out on this. This isn't movie related, but it is movies related. Okay, are you aware of the production company The Asylum?
No.
They intentionally make like what's it called? It's like Fake Busters, not Shockbusters. It's pretty much taking famous movies and making a low budget version of them. And like, Transformers becomes Transmorphers. I think we should do that, but with queer, but like make blockbusters queer films. So like The Devil Made Me Do It. Well, that's like a gay man. Is
that a blockbuster, James?
The Conjuring, yeah.
No, you said The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Is that a blockbuster?
Yes,
it was a sequel.
No, The Conjuring, all the Conjurings make money. That's why they keep making them. Hold on, I'm pretty sure it was #1 in the box office. But James, it's a pandemic. Of course it would be #1 in the box office. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
We do need to talk about the ending swimsuit scene, James, because that's when Vlad finally came clean of like, I like girls and I don't know why I'm doing this. I just like people to like me, and I know you want this.
Yeah. One quick thing. During the pandemic, it was made for $40 million. It made $174 million. It's a blockbuster, baby. Summertime. But yes.
If you were like gonna say blockbusters and you said Conjuring 3, I'd be like, what?
Oh my God.
I don't even think I've seen the commercial for it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, because okay, what TV are you watching? What ad-generated programming are you viewing?
I watch things on Hulu.
Wait, you have ad Hulu?
I did.
Okay. Wait, why don't you now?
Because I upgraded it because I was
that's why you're not seeing ads for this.
I upgraded it like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well, it came out like a week ago, maybe 2. So yeah.
So before 2 weeks ago, I wasn't seeing shit for that.
It made $174 million, and you haven't
at least been seeing ads on the Twitch and things.
And you haven't. Well, the only thing they're advertising is Amazon products, dude. Productions, I should say. Okay, if you haven't seen any ads for it, but it made $174 million, it's a blockbuster.
All right. Okay.
All right. Okay.
I don't think it'll live on in history as a blockbuster. In 40 years, they're not going to be like that Conjuring 3,
No.
though.
The Conjuring helped define this era of horror. So The Conjuring will
Okay, why are we
always
talking
be
about
in.
horror? We need to finish talking about camp.
Okay, yes, let's go.
Swimsuit scene.
That was cool.
Oh my god.
What you got to plug?
Oh my god. Fucking James. Jesus Christ. Stephen Sondheim showing up for the show. It was great. All the kids were in love. It
was like he's a beetle.
Hilarious that the dude finally got turned around when they started playing his music. Straight boy Vlad fixing everything, just wanting to fix everything. That scene, I'm just like, oh my god, because they're like secretly rehearsing his music, and they're gonna do his music at the benefit or whatever, and he walks in and catches them rehearsing it, and just has like this dumb moment of being like, oh, I'm and working through his own shit before he finally like comes in and plays the piano and then like gets into it and it's like, okay, we can do this, and then goes and reneges on his hissy fit saying that the kids don't need this, and they rehearse more again, and do all of that. There wasn't really a resolution for the girl that Anna Kendrick fat shamed. So that was dumb. But there was the girl that had her teeth wired shut. She was getting them wired shut because her parents were trying to send her to fat camp. And instead of doing that, they sent her to the theater camp, and wired her jaw shut. And her dad is really shitty and is like, how do you still look like that?
Because you can still drink pop and like consume sugars, guys.
Some people don't have an easy time losing weight, even if you do cut back that stuff and exercise. People's bodies are all different, and especially if you're considering generational trauma as part of your body, like it's very different. People that grew up like, in different situations are not going to have the same weight experience that you do. But anyway, her braces, hilarious that they go and find a fucking wire cutter in a dirty ass barrel, and cut her braces off so that she can sing, because Anna Kendrick and the mean girl got in a fight because the mean girl's face got fucked up, and Anna Kendrick was like, I didn't do it, calm down. Anna Kendrick really flipped. That turn in her character is probably one of my favorites, just because she goes from being like the person that's doing her laundry and fixing drinks for other people and all of that, sleeping on a cot in the corner, to I'm gonna come out and belt this fucking song. And terrorize the mean girl. Those are some moments that we were trying to talk about, James. Did you have any other notes?
No, I'm good.
I like that you had nothing up to like the end of the movie.
I had like a quote that he was like sexually damaged
because he had a girlfriend and is like just trying to make out with everyone, including him kissing Dee and Ellen getting mad at him. Like, come on, Vlad, calm the fuck down. And he only went to go see Dee because Michael slept with Dee. And that's why he kissed Dee too. Calm the fuck down, Vlad.
D2 Mighty Ducks.
Anna Kendrick deserved an Oscar for that performance. Really, though. Really, like, she killed it. She killed somebody and she killed it. She literally walked up to the director and was like, hey, you told me what to do, but calm the fuck down. It's already this train has left the fucking station and I'm going out there. He does go skinny dipping. He goes skinny dipping and then comes out of the water in front of Michael after he's been like fucking leading him on the whole movie. That annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah. 2 thumbs down for him, but 2 thumbs up for this movie.
Stop leading people on, Vlad. Jesus Christ. I enjoy the movie. 2 thumbs up from you. Joe Fist's favorite movie.
Hell yeah.
Plugs. I am streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/corewinning. Hello, welcome in. And then follow me on Twitter and Instagram at corewinning. And then follow this podcast on Instagram and Twitter at This Movie's Gay.
Hey guys,
Those are my plugs.
If you only watch this, guess what? There's like 60 some episodes of This Movie's Gay that we recorded together in a room pre-pandemic. They're all great. It's so many movies that you could be watching. So please check out This Movie's Gay wherever podcasts are found, or head over to mlmpod.com to find links to listen to that. Also, we got Mostly Speaking Sentai. That's a great time. Corwin was recently on it. Check out that episode. Also, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod. That's POD. And you'll get exclusive content such as Engage with Nicolas Cage, which Corwin will be on in, I think, 5 or 6 months to do The Rock, hopefully. We're watching all the Nicolas Cage movies in order, Nicole and I. Then we also have Talking About Beyblade. That's just me, and now I've started having guests on. It's great. We're talking about the first season of Beyblade. Corwin will never be on it unless I splice in like things he has said on previous stuff and make him say new stuff. That could be fun. We also have the Toku Reading Corner, and
I would never know.
Starting next month, Lil Corey and I, we are going to do a podcast called This Existed, where I show Corey movies that I have to convince people they existed because people are like, James, that was a fever dream you had. There's no way that could be real.
Olsen Twins camp movie that you thought was The Parent Trap.
I did not say, I said it has to be The Parent Trap.
It's The Parent Trap.
Hold on, let me... we don't have time for this, Corwin.
Who's the most annoying character in the movie? I say Vlad and Ellen. They annoy me the most.
Vlad.
The part that Anna Kendrick fat shames her friend.
It might
also annoys me.
Well, It Takes Two was kind of Parent Trappy, right? Yeah, it's like, it's more of The Prince and the Pauper.
That's not The Parent Trap, James.
Wait, no, it's also the storyline is similar to The Prince and the Pauper, The Parent Trap, and The Parent Trap, the 1960. Yeah, so yes, they're in I believe in a summer camp. It's all that shit. So
the point is, you were saying that they did a Parent Trap movie, and I'm like, what?
No, I mean like a Parent Trap-esque movie.
Okay, still what? Anyway, we have some shout outs to give, I believe.
Yes, to our patrons, our $10 patrons.
To our $10 patrons.
Starting with Steve F. Next up, we have
Steve F.
Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour.
Ranger Command Power Hour.
Alex Z, a.k.a. The Waz.
The Waz.
Orion, the rapper Defo.
The rapper Defo.
Kayla, a.k.a. Two Grapes.
Two Grapes.
Tyler Wright, he's my friend.
He's your friend.
Elliot W. at Garlic Sunshine.
At Garlic Sunshine on Instagram.
And Jordan B. the Chaos Witch.
The Chaos Witch. Couple Patreons in the chat today.
Cheers!
Yeah.
And hey, if you're in we'll leave on this thing. I wanted to do it right in the beginning. If you listen to the show and you enjoy it, tell 2 friends. Let's triple the listenership. Just tell 2 friends. Try to get them.
Tell them, come listen in to Corwin being very frustrated with James a majority of the time.
None of the time. It's all a show, guys.
So much frustration.
0.
And I've been Corwin.
And I've been James.
Bye.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/mlmpod and sign up today.